What's up, Lantern fans? It's the Emerald Enthusiast back with another Green Lantern product announcement. This time I'll be looking at the upcoming McFarlane JLA figure of Green Lantern John Stewart. Here's a look at the front and the back of the packaging, and as you can see, the Collect and Connect figure for this wave is Plastic Man, and John comes with Plastic Man's legs. What's interesting here is that the side of the packaging clearly says Green Lantern JLA, and so I wondered if this was based on a specific run or story from John Stewart's past. There was an ongoing comic specifically entitled JLA that DC began publishing in 1996. That comic primarily featured Kyle Rayner as Green Lantern, and when John did show up later in the series to make regular appearances, he was wearing a more modern costume. John did make sporadic appearances with the Justice League in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. However, the costume details on this figure don't match up exactly with any of those stories. Here's a promotional image of the loose figure. This closely resembles John's costume from Green Lantern Volume 2. For the last 25 plus years, John's uniform has been mainly black, with a green chest and green shoulders. He's also been depicted with bare hands instead of the white gloves that we see here. This costume also features the same green singlet-style hips that Hal Jordan wore in Green Lantern Volume 2. In the first 10 years of his existence, John's only appearance in a Justice League book was Justice League of America number 110. That was his second appearance. He wouldn't make another appearance in a book specifically entitled Justice League until 1983, when he appeared in the Justice League of America Annual number 1. The primary inspiration for this figure's design seems to be the artwork of Neal Adams, who is, of course, John's co-creator. However, there are some visual differences in that version of John and the version that we see in this product shot. Here are promotional shots that show the figure from the side and the back. I like this shade of green, and I appreciate the sculpting on the musculature. However, this is where things get really interesting. As you can see, the color scheme on the figure's back is green, black, and green. I don't remember John ever wearing a costume that looked exactly like this one, and I even looked up his more obscure appearances like Blue Devil number 13 and Red Tornado number 3 that both came out in 1985. My guess is, although this is based on a specific time period, much like the Kyle Rayner changing the guard figure, McFarlane still used some creative license with the design. I spoke with the hosts of the Lantern Cast as we pondered the figure's inspiration. The Green Lantern chest symbol is very similar to the one that Neal Adams drew. This is evidenced by the curved edges of the lantern symbol. However, the hair on this figure is shorter than the hair with which Neal Adams used to draw John Stewart. Here is a pic of the figure and everything that comes with it. We see the standard round black DC Comics base, the Plastic Man Build-A-Figure pieces, and 2 Energy Construct accessories. The trading card offers the biggest clue of the figure's inspiration. That is the cover image of Green Lantern Green Arrow number 87 that came out in 1971. Of course, that is the origin issue of John Stewart. If that's the case, a more fitting title for this figure would have been Green Lantern Origin or Green Lantern First Appearance, although I admit that's a very minor complaint. Although I would have preferred a more modern John Stewart at this point, such as the Emerald Knight from the Jeff Thorne run, or the most modern uniform that's featured in Green Lantern War Journal that's written by Philip Kennedy Johnson, I'm still excited to add another John Stewart figure to my collection. I should also point out that the facsimile edition of Green Lantern Green Arrow number 87 has been released by DC Comics. I'll be doing a separate review of that, so make sure to like this video and subscribe and come back for my review of that facsimile comic. This figure is up for pre-order and its release date is April the 25th. As soon as I can get my hands on one of these, I will be doing a full review right here on this YouTube channel. And if you decide to add one to your collection, I certainly hope that you enjoy it. And I'll be back with more Green Lantern content soon. But until we meet again, this has been the Emerald Enthusiast, and thanks for watching.